before I can, dive deep into this, Tim, can you tell me, like, what made you say yes to this conversation so that I can get a better understanding of what you're looking for exactly?
I said yes because you kept harassing me. So I was like, all right, I respect the hustle. So I'll give you 15 minutes and see what you got to say.
Okay, I'll keep a note of that. I mean, it is trained then. It did not do a good job then. So yeah, Tim, first of all, I would like to ask a few questions about your situation right now, and we'll quickly
Sure.
go through that so that I can understand your situation, align ourselves to that, and then we'll go into
hmm
the process and the pricing as well. Sounds good?
Sure.
Okay. So can you tell me, Tim, like what's the structure looking like for you right now? How many? What's the situation right now?
Yeah, I'm licensed. It's,
That's amazing. Most people I speak with is like only one, two. What's the secret?
it's a tough market. As I was building my business,
Mhm.
anybody that called me, I would get. So I did a
Okay.
lot of social media and like content marketing. So my
Okay.
content, you know, was consumed by people random places across the country. And if I
Makes
got a
sense.
phone call, then I would get my license to do the transaction.
That's interesting. I mean, yeah, not many people actually, takes content marketing seriously. I mean, you sound like very confident guy on camera, so I think it makes sense then. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, have you seen some of my content?
I haven't, but it's, the one right now when you were speaking, right? Not many people I speak with has that much of confidence in camera, so we can sense it. I also make some content here and there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason my camera's
So
not on right now, by the way, is just because I'm multitasking. I got to get my steps in. So this is a great opportunity to take you on a walk with me. And I figure you didn't want to watch my screen bounce up and down while we're on a walk. So
that's totally fine. So Tim, like, so that's good. Uh, can you give me some understanding of the number of loans that you are closing right now? What does a good month and a bad month look like for you right now? So that I can gain more clarity on that.
yeah, I'd say a good month right now is probably
So I'm
uh-huh.
guessing, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing most of the people are coming from there, like your content marketing along with referrals, or how does
Yeah,
it look
most
like?
of my business is direct from consumer. So a lot of mortgage advisors, loan officers, their business is built up from referral partners, realtors, wealth advisors, things like that.
Yeah.
97% of my business comes direct from consumer, not from a referral partner.
Okay. 90%?
I would say 97, 95 plus. I mean, I do have referral partners, but the problem with
Okay.
referrals right now is that
Yeah.
the market's tough. Okay. And so a lot of referral partners, they're not working as regularly. So they don't have a lot of buy side clients. And when the market is sporadic like that, you can't depend on referrals to send you inbound leads. And so, and some referral partners are getting out of the business. And so for me,
Mm-hmm.
I like to focus on having a pipeline direct to consumer and then being
Mm-hmm.
like a reverse referral partner, doling out those leads to like other
Okay.
agents in the area.
Oh, I understand. So
Yeah.
95% comes from, the content marketing system that you have placed and stuff like that. So isn't that like, under your control entirely? Like you can control how much inflow comes in, and you probably doesn't need don't need help with, adding more to that, or how does it look like?
I mean, it really depends. It depends on consumer sentiment, depends on what, the economy is doing that month. And it depends on like, how dialed in my content is. Obviously, the longer you do content, the more
The better it
you
gets, yeah.
understand like what content makes the phone ring, right? And every time the phone
Mm-hmm.
rings, it's like an opportunity to convert. So oddly enough, content that is really not that helpful makes the phone ring more than content that's actually helpful. And then those phone calls turn into conversion opportunities. So then you take a phone call about a piece of content that is not applicable to anybody, but they like it. You take that phone call and then you steer it into a conversion that is more helpful. So, well, so I would say like some of that, I guess, is loosely in my control, but the more content I do, the better it is, the more I understand what makes the phone ring, the more inbound
Mm-hmm.
leads I get. But obviously, you know, it's not like it's not as consistent as like dialing, for example. It's like, okay, I make 100 dials, I might get two appointments out of two appointments, I might get one conversion. It's not as consistent as like I'm going to sit on the phone for 8 hours and do 100 dials. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is what I'm understanding from your situation, right? So you are doing good enough with the content that is bringing you in, but it's not entirely under your control yet. So by the time it catches up speed, you want something else on the side to add to that consistency so that you can, get a good flow in every month. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, here we go. Um, Look, if you want to get a yes out of me, then I will never say that it wouldn't be nice to have more consistent inbound hot lead flow. That is
Glad
correct.
you shared that. No, the reason I'm asking is because some people say that, yes, I need consistency with advertisements. Some people need consistency with some other, sources. So I'm trying to understand, is it consistency that's the goal for you right now, or consistency with a specific method? That is the goal.
Mm.
Does it make sense?
Look, if I were
Do
to
you,
add anything to my business,
yeah.
here's why I like my marketing. Okay. I'll just give you an example of why I spend so much energy on the type of marketing that I do. When
Mhm.
I make content, people see me, they get to know
Okay.
me, they like me, and they trust me. So when I have a phone call for a consult with them, I've already done the hard work of giving them my value add and telling them why they want to work with me. By the time I pick up the phone, I've already done that. It's done. They say, "Yeah, I've been watching your content. I want to work together." So for me, it's a super easy conversion because they
Mhm.
identify with my message and they want to work with me because they've been watching me. What's difficult if I get an inbound lead from a referral partner or some sort of cold marketing outreach, these people have no idea who I am, and I spend a lot of time trying to convert them. So for me, um, I'm willing to spend that time, but the conversion has to be worthwhile, meaning it cannot be like a junk lead. It has to be
Mm.
legitimately a qualified lead
Makes sense.
for me to spend the time on the conversion. Otherwise, I'll just keep doubling down on what I'm doing.
Makes sense. That is exactly why I asked that question. It's very important to understand because if you're habituated with that kind of warmth in the lead, the conversation are that warm because of the content. Because I know, inbound lead from content is like super, super easy, right? It's so easy to call. Not as easy, but still it's compared to a cold lead, it's much different scenario. So
Right,
have you
right, right.
tried something? Have you tried something in the past in terms of cold advertising, in terms of Facebook ads or Google ads, something like that?
So I've tried Facebook ads periodically. I shared it with a referral partner, and it's good. You get a big inflow, your database grows. Just a lot of it's junk, just
Yeah.
it's junk. So,
You tried it
you know,
yourself, or worked with any external team like us or something like that?
no, myself. Okay, so the cause
Okay.
for concern for an external team like you guys, a marketing agency, is sometimes it's more time consuming to work with an outside marketing agency or inbound lead agency because you have to really, really carefully look at how they're marketing. Because even though you guys
Yeah.
are marketing and curating the leads, I'm ultimately liable, right? I'm liable for the type of marketing that's generating these leads, whether or not I have any participation in it or not. Um, you know, I have to make sure that like, I'll give you an example. Sometimes
Yeah.
companies will send out mailers. Okay. And these mailers, they look like a mortgage company that's like servicing the client's loan, even though it's not. It leads the consumer to believe that it's from their mortgage company. And then let's just say, it's for like a refinance opportunity. It's got my name on it. They call my phone number. Even though I didn't send that campaign, let's just say I hired a marketing agency to do that, I'm liable,
Mhm.
right? So like I could go
Absolutely.
to jail.
Yes.
Now that can apply to Facebook ads, that can apply to whatever, like whatever your top of funnel is. And so sometimes, depending on the strategy, it's more time consuming to curate the marketing campaign. Even if the leads are hot, it's like it really it depends on what is the marketing strategy, and then really
Mm.
how good are the leads.
Makes sense. That makes so much sense. So, no, I totally understand. That's a very genuine and legit point of view on that. And I think it really helps us to curate something that will make sure that that is also, noted down in that campaign if, let's say, something has to be done. Um, so yeah, before I can share about, the process that we have done with this other client that will give you more clarity. Um, have you ever tried like, combining Facebook as like, let's say like cold audience, combining that with the content that you're doing, making sure that will help you warm them up? Because, you cannot compete with a warm inbound prospect from
Right.
a content. Nothing beats that.
um
And after that,
no, I haven't. I have
like,
a friend who has ran ads against their content or with their content with their audience, right? So like they've used the algorithm to target ads off of like people who view their content, and it has been
Mhm.
very effective. I personally haven't done a campaign like that. No.
Okay. Because, see, that the reason I'm asking is I'm just gonna, hop on I'm gonna share my screen shortly, but uh, the last call that I had was with a guy in Utah, right? And he was like facing the same issue that, what, advertising online is like exact same thing. It's never gonna beat the other methods that's already working for me. But then, we got to a conclusion that if we can create some videos and then we can combine them in the automation on the follow-ups of these warm people, right, the cold people that's coming in from the ads, then that can impact in a larger way that can get that closer, get the, prospect closer to the warmest possible scenario that we can, hope for, right? So I think that can be something that we can look into as well. Tell me if you can see my screen, okay?
I got it. I can
Do you
see
see?
it.
Okay, cool. So it's pretty simple. No rocket science. I'm not going to say that we use AI and stuff like that. It's hoax. No, it's simple. Okay, simplicity and execution. That's what we believe in. What we do is first of all run Facebook ads. Very generic. Okay, Facebook ads. In Facebook ads, what we do is if you have a specific you are so if you have a specific goal about like the area that you want to target, we can go that route. That's the first step, top of the funnel. In that area, we can target the specific type of income levels and stuff like that. You've tried Facebook ads, so you probably will know that. So we will target the type of home buyers, the income levels as well on the ad set level. Okay. You take care of the Facebook ads budget. Later. So what we do is like once someone, let's say like someone raises their hand, like, you know what? Yes, I am looking for a home. I need, help with loan. From the Facebook ads over a period of month, if you are spending, that's what we have. We want to suggest you to start with at least to test this out. Over a period of 30 days, we see that 120 people, more or less, can come in. 100 to 120 cold audience. If you consider your content prospect coming from a content is like 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, right? Then these leads coming from the first step of the funnel is gonna be 2 out of 10. Does it make sense so far?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're
But
we're
that's
looking
on
at
the
like a what is that, like a final budget?
yeah, for the Facebook ads investment from your side, it's about
Mm-hmm.
no, 30 days is about 6,000. We have a guarantee. I'm going to share that about that as well. But this is the first step of the process. 120, let's say, people coming in, most of them are waste of time because that's how Facebook works. Not everyone is super
Mm-hmm.
serious. So what we do is we share them, send them to this page. This is the landing page,
Mm-hmm.
and have to, fill these things up one by one. This is not okay. This helps us to understand the situation, but at the same time, it's also helping us to show, we can see that they are high intent people. They're taking more barriers to entry, overcoming hoops, they're taking steps
Mm-hmm.
towards you. That's what we're ensuring here. And in this step, they can, share their information, and then that is a lead captured. So you can see 1,247 in the last 10 months. This is a lead right now. But this is, even now, it's not worth your time. So what we do is, after this, we send them automation campaigns like this. So they will, receive an email, SMS, a voicemail drop automated from our end. We'll show you that, and you can monitor that. So it's absolutely under your control. We customize it according to your standards, and then and only then we'll make it live. What happens after that is they can get a link to the calendar, your own calendar. So this is, let's say, this is my calendar, right? So we'll integrate your calendar into this as well. And whenever appointment comes in, you will get, this slot will be booked for you. Okay. So far, does it make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. So this is also the next step. This is the third step of the process. Now, what happens is sometimes not everyone is gonna, book an appointment with you from just an email or SMS. So we might need to call them as well. So we have a team of people, so we have a couple of guys. We have a very small team, but we have dedicated people for the next 5-7 clients that we are going to take on. They're going to call the leads who are, lost in the pipeline, haven't booked a call with us, a consultation call with you. You call them up and say, hey, we saw that, this is the information that you have shared with us. When is a better time for you to, hop on with a call with Tim, right? So that's what is going to ensure that more people hops on, books an appointment with you. So our goal is to get as many qualified people with high intention who is exclusive to you as much as possible in the areas that you're looking for, book an appointment with you. And even after that, let's say on the day of the appointment, hey, hi, Amanda, ready for the call in 5 minutes. This is an automated message on your behalf. And so that, the appointment show up rate also increases. So this is what we are going to be taking
So
care on your
same
behalf.
campaign that you deployed on me.
Yeah. There is, yes, the automation with the email and the reminders is automated. We did not manually do it.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you save
Yep.
time. It helps you do it on a larger scale, because if you are handling 30, 40 people a month, it's not going to be easy, and it's not worth your time
Right.
to do. So what we can do for you is, like, because you are habituated with a higher number of, higher qualification level with the content prospect, we can also add, videos of yourself as a follow-up messages, so that they can get to know you even better. Even in the first step, that, hey, this is Tim. You can follow me on Instagram, or what platform do you create content for?
It's all.
Okay.
So LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all across the board. Podcasts.
Perfect. So you can, link some of that here in the first step of the process. We can also add a voicemail drop automatically from you. So that way, the connection point increases, and the chances of you getting more people who is looking forward to talk to you increases. So what we have seen is, if you are, investing, say, let's say like $20 a day ad budget on this client that we have seen, we were able to get like 25 to 35 appointments booked every month, right? And from there, let's say like 60% of them shows up to a call with you. And if you are speaking with 16 people a month, 50 to 16, then, we are targeting at least 5 applications done in the first 30 days. That's the goal that we are going to start with. Do you have any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to share with you right to get started with this, if you are okay with the Facebook ads, if you can take care of that, then we will have a setup fee, and we also have a guarantee, right? So we have a get set up, everything sorted out for you. You take care of this ad spend. And let's say if the next 30 days, right, if it's not exactly giving you, we stop it from your side, right? And then from there, we can analyze, okay, you know what, this is the ROI that can be expected. And from then we can have a conversation to see how can we go forward from there. How does it sound to you?
It depends, I guess, on the applications, on the quality of the applications, you know.
Can you tell me what exactly is, the ideal, of course, like, we cannot compare that to the applications that you're getting from the content, right? Because that's very
Yeah.
warm to people. So apart from that, what
So
exactly?
I would say what would make it worthwhile for me. I mean, applications, I get applications all the time and they go nowhere, you know. So for me, for it to be worth it to me would be
Yeah.
like hot applications, like people wanting to convert in that median price point who are qualified buyers. Like they filled out the application, they have good credit
Hmm.
scores, they have good income, and they want to buy a house within the next 30 days. Like that, to me, that's a good application. And that, for
That's
me,
exactly. Hmm.
that's what I'm looking. You know, I don't want an application and it
No,
just,
what I'm
it
saying
goes
is,
nowhere.
of course, it's like just an application is a waste of time for you, for sure, right? But at this stage, if you at this stage, what we are trying to do is like, the income level is taken care of in the ads level. And at this stage, we get more information about them. From the phone call, we can qualify, disqualify if you have any more metrics there. From your content, you can increase the intention level. And then by the time they show up to an appointment, they have jumped through hoops, enough hoops to get to that point. So the likelihood of them being a high qualified prospect increases. From there, you can, the credit score question is also asked here. So, then from there, I don't think it's gonna be much of an issue to get 5 applications. That's what we have seen it happens with the plan
Yeah.
that we're working on.
So that sounds great.
How great does it sound like on a scale of 1 to 10? How great?
Sounds like a 10.
But you haven't tried it. How can you say it's a 10?
Well, you got to make me the offer that's so good I can't say no.
So yeah, what do you want to like? This is pretty much it. Like, what do you want to? What next step do you want to take from here?
Let's do a 1 month trial, no cost. Let me see how the systems work. If we get one closed product, I'll start paying you immediately from that closed loan and we'll just continue.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what we are offering as well. So there's going to be a setup fee. Without that, we will not be able to take you on because we only can
Hmm.
take 5 to 6 plans, right? So we have to make sure that they are absolutely honed in on this. And if you don't trust
Yeah.
this process entirely, like at least to test it out, you should not be starting it as well. So at
Hmm.
set up your 297, test it out, take out the ad spend from your side. No, no service fee to us, monthly cost to us. If 30 days works good for you, then it's
What's the service fee on your guys' end outside of the ad spend?
you just want to take care of, if you just want to use the process of ads along with the drip campaign, like the automation and booking appointments. If you just want that, that's like $500 a month, right?
Hmm.
And if you
On
want to
top of
add
the ad spend?
on top of the ad spend, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we're looking at like
And
$1,000 a month. And then what's on top of that? What's the next higher
the
package there?
next thing The next thing is if we are calling them up as well on your behalf to disqualify them
Hmm.
and making sure you save even more time and get you closer to the income level that you are trying to achieve with this, right? So on top of that, if we can add that, that's gonna be like to $1,500 a month based on whatever we have results after 30 months, the 30 days period.
So we're
Is
looking at a total spend. We're looking at a total spend of this 1,600 a month. Is that correct? For the full package.
That's for the full package, but of course, at that point, if it works, then only we move forward. And in that level, we will want you to, spend more on Facebook ads to get you better conversion from there, right? So this is for the first month. Test it out, see what exactly it looks like, and then we can, have a conversation about that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That's how we are looking at it.
I mean, it sounds interesting, but I don't know if it sounds interesting enough for me to spend $700 just to see if it works. You know what I mean?
I mean, what exactly is, the main concern for you? Like, what might go wrong? Can you help me understand that? then I
I
can
mean,
review
nothing,
it.
but like, why not just take my VA and run my own ads? I already have those filters, like those forms that you guys have. I already have all that stuff. And so, like, when I get a inbound lead from my content, they fill out all
Yeah,
those forms. It goes into a database, you know. So why not just take my VA and just put them on follow-up calls from that database? You know what I mean? So for
that's
me, it's like,
exactly.
okay,
Mhm.
go
That's
ahead, go
exactly
ahead.
why I asked you, what exactly is that you want to try? Because if something is already working for you, right? It doesn't make much sense to add something on top of it and explore that, give more time to this as well. But if you
Right.
are looking for, you know, if we can, take some time off, it is only when you are prioritizing time over, the money part, the funds part. And secondly, if you need some time for the content to get to a level where you can absolutely say, I don't need anything else if this works.
I'll tell you
So
what,
by
for me to say yes, like the offer to be so good that right now I don't even think about it. It's just like a no-brainer would be a 1 month free full package services, just like you were talking about, and a
Mhm.
retroactive payback of ad spend. Run the ads for me. Let's close a loan, and then all of our future payments are retroactive off of closed deals. That is like such a no brainer slam dunk to me. That's like I physically couldn't say no.
You mean like, commission per closed loans?
Right. Let's close a loan. Each, the ad
I
spend
mean,
each month will
yeah.
come out of closed deals. That to me is like I don't even have to think about that. That's a yes. Let's start today.
What we can do from
I'll
our
tell you
side
what.
is,
I'll noodle over the ad spend if I want to. If let me consider the ad spend for the Facebook ads, and you guys, you think about my suggestions, and then we can circle back and see if we've met somewhere in the middle or what we've come up with.
yeah, sure. I can, have a discussion with my team as well about that. But what I can
All
see,
right.
from my side is like, it's not a possibility in the near future. That's for sure. I maybe like,
Right.
in 4 or 5 months from now, we can have a structure about that and then we can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
just reconnect.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, I don't want to, get you into something that, because it's already working for you. By the way, can you share with me your Instagram maybe? Or LinkedIn,
Yeah. So
sorry.
it's my last name, first name. Do you have my name or no? Yeah. So just last name first and then first name, and that's the Instagram.
No, I'm like, I think in LinkedIn, let's say.
Oh, LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yep. It's the same name. Um,
Yep. Yep. Tim Guru. Yep.
is this, that's you, right? I can see it.
Yep. That's me. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you a message as well. Okay. Yeah, Tim, it was
Okay.
a nice conversation and I'm
Yeah.
looking
Pleasure
forward.
to pleasure to speak with you. Respect the hustle and keep grinding, my man. We'll talk soon.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.